AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride! Woo!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Russo. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there. Make it a good one. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. And, oh, by the way, it's a hump day.
It's hump day.
Let's hump, everybody.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Game day.
Hump day.
LSULL.
It's hump day.
LSULL.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Combined them.
Hump day.
You don't get it?
It's hump day.
I get it. I don't like it.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
LSULL.
Hump day.
Nah, I don't like that.
I
It's
don't care
hump
what
day.
you like. It's not your show.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
This is a radio Taylorship.
Hump
Not
day.
a radiocracy.
It's hump day.
And if I want to say LSULL,
Mike. What day is it,
I'm
Mike?
going to say it.
Hump day.
Paul loves it. Look at him. He's laughing. See? Paul likes
It's hump day.
it. LSUSLU.
Mike.
Oh, what about
day
this
is it,
one?
Mike?
SLULL.
Hump day.
That one doesn't flow as good.
It's hump day.
So he loves it.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Paul's a lion.
Hump day.
Who, Paul? I was on your campus this weekend.
It's hump day.
Great campus.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Saw the new Robin Roberts Center.
Hump day.
Bro.
It's hump day.
I mean...
Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hump day.
Nice.
It's hump day.
I'm a proud and biased manship alum.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
As are you, Moose.
Correct.
Hump day.
That's how you ended up here. Used to bother me when I would go do events at Manship.
It's hump day.
You told me to.
I did.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You know what I told the kids at Southeastern this weekend?
Same thing?
Hump day.
Bother people.
Yeah.
You know how many people ask me for a job all the time?
It's hump day.
Every day, lots.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I'm going to forget all of you.
Hump day.
So keep asking.
It's hump day.
And maybe you'll end up like Muse.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
With half his face sideburn and being mocked for it on air.
Aim higher.
Hump day.
Well, the LAB career day
It's hump day.
was at Southeastern Saturday morning at the Robin Roberts broadcast. I don't know exactly what they call it. The Robin Roberts Center.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Can't remember who they named it after.
Hump
Hey,
day.
it's not named after Robin Roberts?
Of course it was,
Oh,
Muse.
all right. Well,
follow me here, man. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
It's hump day.
Oh,
That wasn't one of your better ones.
maybe you should aim higher, Muse.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Whatever. Hey, you can kill the music. Anyway, so we went to the we did the LAB event at the at Southeastern, and Michelle Southern posted photos of it. I'm gonna tell you what. So Robin Roberts apparently. Oh, here you go. Here's some photos. If you're watching, you'll see this. So Michelle posted photos on her Facebook of it. I mean, look at the studio. That's only part of it, by the way.
That's like a full professional like news studio set. Like that's
Side set with the couches, cameras. That's the control room.
bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Imagine seeing it in person. There you go. There's the other view of the control room. I mean,
Look at this.
that's just a big open space
Yeah.
where you can do movable sets and all. They had like 6 of these podcast suites. I mean, look, there's another view from the couches. So that's a look at the set from the camera view looking at the set. I mean, hat tip Robin Roberts and the people at Southeastern. That thing is gorgeous. I've been to a lot of college campuses. I have spoken to a lot of classes, broadcast, all that sort of stuff, in a lot of different parts of the country. I have never seen a facility like that. I mean, shout out Robin Roberts and Southeastern. Amazing. Truly. I think she donated a bunch of the money for it. I don't know if they had other funding for it as well, whatever. They named it after Robin Roberts, Southeastern alum. I mean, bravo, really. Like, as I said, proud manship alum. That facility makes the J building in Hodges Hall over at LSU look like a dump. I say that with so much love and affection. I spent so much time there. And I love LSU. I mean, I don't give money to LSU athletics. I give money to the manship school at LSU. I was a very proud alum. But, and their stuff is not a dump. It's very nice. It's a wonderful facility. It's one of the oldest accredited journalism schools in the country. Like Southeastern, that Robin Roberts facility, that's the nicest thing I've ever seen on a college broadcast facility I've ever seen on a college campus. It's incredible. Anyway, so hat tip. All right, I'm just going to do this quickly. So
Well,
I keep pushing this. What?
do the 515 quickly.
No, I want to spend more time on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to spend more time on that. And then I got to push what's on 5 down. Or I could do that now. Okay, how about this? Next segment will be a Saints segment. We'll talk about Alontae Taylor, and I also want to talk about odds for where Derek Carr and Spencer Rattler are going to play next year. That's coming up in the next segment. Real quick, Stephen A. Smith on Tuesday. I don't know why, but he took aim at the Pelicans. Like, Stephen A. Smith and the New Orleans Pelicans are the Pelicans are an irrelevant franchise. They're only relevant, right? Are they playing today? I don't even know if they're playing. Like, even I have given up on watching them. Maybe it's when LSU baseball started that's accumulating or accounted for so much of my brain space, my mind space, head space. Pelicans
Play the Kings
tomorrow.
Thursday.
They play tomorrow at 9:00 against the Kings. That's that SEC Network special. Well, they just create a 9:00 tip on the SEC. Who did that?
LSU and Auburn started at the same time as Pels Lakers last night on the West Coast. I got the alert from
Like,
both
what
games.
moron at the SEC Network was like, I got an idea. 2 sub-500 teams, we're going to tip them at 9:00 Central on the SEC Network. You know who we're really catering to? Those West Coast crappy basketball fans. That's who we're catering to. They're going to love that. We'll do giant numbers in Hawaii. Stupid. Anyway. Stephen A. Smith on First Take, for some reason, was talking about Zion Williamson. I don't know why, but this is what he said.
What was Zion's problem? Food addict. Anybody that cooked knew about Zion Williamson, and he knew them. So why does that matter? In the 7 years that he's been in the league, 7th year, he's only had 2.5 decent seasons of actually being available. Do y'all know that this brother has been put on the injured list 35 times in his career. An average of 5 times a year per season. He's played in 259 games in his career. He's missed 275. And even this year, while you are available, there are 15 teams in the Western Conference. Y'all are 13th. They were losing games because you wasn't on the court. Now they're losing games with you on the court. So it's about elevating your level of play, but prioritizing being available.
So Stephen A., I don't know. I don't watch First Take. I'm sure some of you do. Maybe, I don't know. I have a job and a life, and I don't sit at home and watch First Take. But the Pelicans then went on social media and posted a video and said, "Stick to solitaire, Stephen." And it's videos. It's a compilation of videos of Stephen A. just doing very unathletic things, like here he is airballing a 3, and there's a first pitch where he bounces it about 45 feet. I mean, it's just really bad. It's some real. There he's trying to box. I don't know what. It's just a compilation. There he falls down in the corner. So basically, the Pelicans are taking shots at Stephen A. here. There's his college points per game at 1.5 points per game. They had the Wilt Chamberlain 100 paper where they put Stephen A's face on Wilt, and he's holding up the piece of paper and superimposed 100 to 1.5, which is pretty good. That's excellent twittering.
I mean, the Pels have a great social media team.
That's excellent twittering. Well, then Stephen A. naturally sees it, so he goes back on his First Take today and fires back at the Pelicans.
I'm at the top of the heap in this profession and getting paid for it, by the way. My popularity is more than anybody you got on your team outside of Zion Williamson. Again, not throwing any shade on the players, just giving you facts. We are in the month of March. Nearly 65 games have been played, and you're still searching for your 20th victory. Y'all are horrible. You've been horrible. Not the city with those wonderful fans, not the city with those wonderful restaurants, not the city with those wonderful people, just the organization that refuses to represent them the way that they should be represented, because y'all have been trash. Allow me to count the ways. You got your research, I got mine. Worth about $3.55 billion right now. That ranks 29th out of 30 teams in the NBA. This is your 24th year in the NBA. You used to be the Hornets, now you're the Pelicans. That's 2 nicknames. That's how many playoff series victories you have. 2 in 24 years. Damn, I'm not finished. Just this past month, you clinched your 15th losing season in 24 years. In 24 years, you've had 1 season of winning 50 or more games. 1, that's it. You've never been to a conference finals. That means you've never been to an NBA finals. In 24 years, only the Hornets and you have never been to a conference finals. But you got the time to clap back at me. Well, if you're going to do that, at least tell America why. It's the only thing that can make you relevant.
He's so right, too. We're talking about it. Well done, Stephen A. I mean, that's why he's at the top of the heap. I mean, he is.
And getting paid for it.
Oh, Stephen A. Smith is the highest paid employee at ESPN. His contract is reportedly 5 years, $105 million, I believe. I mean, he's out there making like starting cornerback money. He's out there making Alontae Taylor money. Oh, we'll talk about that after the break.
After further review.
Get off me, Muse. Professional radio guy. Goodwood, men's sexual wellness. YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com. Check out YourGoodwood.com. Yeah, listen, people often say to me, they're like, they mention Goodwood and ED. Yes, they you got ED, they can help you. That's a part of what they do. Hormone replacement therapy, giant part of their business. Simple blood test, easy. Simple blood draw, they'll run your labs. I think everyone should do this. You should do your 6-month blood labs anyway. They'll look at your blood labs, they'll look at your levels, and determine if they can safely, affordably supplement you to get you to a healthy level again. As we age, and no human is exempt, as we age, our body produces less of the hormones that contribute to how we feel and our functionality. You can safely, affordably supplement to get to healthy levels so you feel and perform like you did when you were younger in everything in life. Regain that youthful vitality. YourGoodwood.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit YourGoodwood.com.
Gavin Guidry is going to start on the bump today for LSU. We'll run through the lineup in about a dozen minutes or so from right now. Thanks for hanging out with us here on a Hump Day edition of AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Tom Pelissero over at NFL Media has a piece up where he lists 10 NFL free agents who could land surprisingly big contracts this offseason. And there's two of them that I think are relevant to this audience. One is Saints cornerback Alontae Taylor. And Pelissero writes that while Super Bowl champions Reek Woolen, Jalen Watson, Jamel Dean are among the biggest names at cornerback in this year's market, don't sleep on Taylor, who nearly was dealt to the Bears at the trade deadline before contract talks stalled. He's one of three players with 10-plus passes defense in each of the last 4 seasons, along with Woolen and 2024 Defensive Player of the Year Patrick Surtain, with 52 total during that span, which is the fourth most in the NFL. Noting he has the versatility to play outside or in the slot. Now, Taylor's payday is coming, and it could top $17 million per year. And to that, I say, fare thee well, Alontae Taylor. If somebody wants to pay Alontae Taylor over $17 million per year to play boundary corner for them, God bless. Because I have watched Taylor. He is a safety or a nickel. That's what he is. He's not a boundary corner. He's long. I think he's very physical. He can help in the run game, and he can rush the passer. So he can be a box safety at times. It can help you in that respect. And so there is versatility. He has played corner at times out of necessity for the New Orleans Saints, and he most definitely is not that. And when you look at contracts, if you're talking about topping $17 million, when you look at cornerback contracts for 2026 and you start getting north of $17 million, you're in the L'Jarius Sneed, Byron Murphy, Shavarius Ward, Carlton Davis, A.J. Terrell, J.C. Horn. You're in that range. Paulson Adebo a few years ago, I mean, he got broke off by the Giants. $24 million this year is what he's going to make. Like, that's the fifth highest paid in the NFL for 2026. Paulson Adebo is a boundary corner. Alontae Taylor is not. So if that is what the market is going to bear, one thing I know about the Saints organization, this isn't my opinion. The Saints have shown this over the time that Mickey Loomis has been the general manager, is, and it's a strange contrast to the way they've handled the salary cap for years, because they've been so irresponsible in the way that they've managed the cap that they consistently live in quote-unquote cap hell. But when it comes to paying free agents, in particular their own, they have a number and they don't go over it. It's a strange, committed financial discipline for a franchise that has been the poster child for fiscal irresponsibility in the NFL over the last decade plus. But we've seen it time and again where they've had a number for their guys and they won't budge. Marcus Williams ended up going to the Ravens because the Saints wouldn't go over their number. Same thing I had with Mark Ingram. And the deal that Ravens gave Mark Ingram was like $200K was the difference. That was the number that at the time the Saints' all-time leading rusher left to go to Baltimore over something like $200K. It was a negligible amount. But the Saints have their number. They're not going over it. And they are not going to pay over 17, pushing maybe $20 million a year for Alontae Taylor if that's what the market is going to bear. And speaking of bear, Pelissero referenced the Bears trying to trade for Taylor, and that makes sense because, naturally, Dennis Allen was the DC then head coach who DC drafted Taylor and then had him with him in New Orleans in that defense, and he likes him as a versatile piece, and I do too. I like Alontae Taylor. Like, I would want him on my defense, just not as a boundary corner. as a safety or a nickel, yes, I like that guy that could play box safety and help and be physical against the run and cover the slot. Yeah, I like Taylor in that respect. I do not want Taylor on the boundary trying to man up on Jamar Chase and A.J. Brown and the best receiver, Justin Jefferson and Puka Nacua and the best receivers in the NFL, because he's not that. Someone else wants to pay him like that, Godspeed. And I know that about the Saints. They ain't going to break him off. There's another player on this list from Tom Pelissero that should be of great interest to the New Orleans Saints or to New Orleans Saints fans if you're following this whole free agency. We have talked about several free agent offensive guards and why and how some of them might make sense for New Orleans. There's a pretty good guard market for the Saints. And I think we all largely agree that is the spot where the Saints need to go spend, right? You've drafted your bookend tackles. You're getting Eric McCoy back healthy this year. Ruiz he's arguably the worst starting guard in the NFL, but he's a starting guard in the NFL. So you need a left guard. And you're typically not going to draft a starter at a guard high in the draft. So you're going to go sign one in free agency. Go find a young veteran free agent that you can pay and bring in. So we've talked about several of these guys that we've highlighted here that are free agents, and we'll see what direction that they may go. But one of the guys who we have mentioned, and I mentioned it to you that like when we've talked about guys like Wyatt Teller, for example, or some of the other veterans like David Edwards from Buffalo, who might make a lot of sense for New Orleans. I also highlighted Ed Ingram. And the reason, as we've gone through a lot of the numbers, that I prefer Ingram, it's not the LSU connection. It's the fact that Ed Ingram is a young player who is ascending, coming off the best season of his career. The other guys we've talked about are guys that are at or beyond their age 30 season, and paying them and expecting them to maintain that level, it feels like you might be investing in a player declining. Like maybe Ingram and those players are at the same level of their professional career, but they're going in different directions. Like their paths are crossing as they go in different directions. Ingram ascending and these other guys sort of descending. Well, in this piece from Pelissero, he mentions Ed Ingram. Recent history suggests multiple guards will get monster paydays. And while Zion Johnson has the first-round pedigree, don't overlook a couple of players who have made the most of their second NFL opportunities. They did mention, by the way, Edwards, we just talked about, the Bills, but then he also mentions Ed Ingram. Ingram's second-round pick by the Vikings in 2022 was sent to Houston last March for a sixth-round pick, responded with his best pro campaign, starting 14 games, allowing 4.5 sacks on 502 sacks on 502 pass blocking snaps, and posting a career-high 71.5 PFF grade. Both players are expected to command 8 figures, potentially close to $15 million a year. I can stomach that when you can afford it for Ed Ingram, who's a player right now at 27 years old, when you can sign him to a 3 or 4 year deal that will take him to his age 30 season, instead of a guy like Edwards or some of the other, Teller, who we talked about, who are at or beyond 30 already. So the more we talk about Ed, and by the way, also a guy that has been durable and sells a lot of tread on the tires, I like it a lot, the possibility of Ingram maybe landing in New Orleans. But when the legal tampering period begins and then the league year starts, and anticipate one of the first things we're going to see from New Orleans is them agreeing to terms with a free agent guard. The question is, which in this market will it be? May very well be Ed Ingram if they can get him out of Houston. All right, we're right about First South Farm Credit, firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. If you're thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. You can always start at the website at First South Farm Credit, firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. Facebook is also, all their social media is a great resource. They do a great job of highlighting events that they're at, how they service their communities. Great weekend in Gulf Shores this past weekend in Alabama at the Young Farmers Conference. Yes, because at the core of what they do and have done for more than 100 years is help Louisianians buy land for agriculture, but there's so much more than that as well. If you want that recreational property, First South Farm Credit. You want the 100 acres to build your family's dream home, First South Farm Credit can help. Go to firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. You'll see right there the ultimate recreational land buying guide. It's a free resource that if you're thinking of buying land, you'll want to read so you can educate yourself. Again, totally free resource at firstsouthland.com. Thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. Firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. Been a really good show. A shout out to the head baseball coach of the Ragin Cajuns, Matt Deggs, who was here in hour number one. We talked to Taylor Calandro. State Representative Dixon McMakin was here last hour talking about the possibility of introducing legislation, which he authored a year ago, that would make NIL earnings tax exempt, something Mississippi is currently moving through its state legislature, and other states such as Arkansas have already passed. So we had Dixon in studio with us who talked a little bit about that. So you missed anything, AFR On Demand presented by Breck Golf. Book your tee time, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. Tigers, Cajuns at Teague Moore, 30 minutes from first pitch. Gavin Guidry's going to get the ball for the Tigers on the bump. We'll go through the starting lineup when we return next. It's AFR.
AFR.
If you're thinking of putting in a pool, think no further than Duplessis Builders. Yep, a lot of pool companies. Lots of pool companies. And lots of pool companies have beautiful Instagrams with beautiful show pools. And Duplessis Builders has that as well. There's a key difference from Duplessis Builders and every other pool builder. Duplessis Builders, Derek Duplessis, by trade, is a mechanical engineer. Actually, has minor in aerospace engineering. And he uses his engineering background to build pools. So he does not cut corners. And you may think, well, my pool builder wouldn't cut corners either. Sure. Because the industry standard is a 1-year workmanship warranty. Derek offers a 10-year workmanship warranty because he takes the time to do it right, and he's going to build you a beautiful pool that lasts. DuplessisBuilders.net.
After Further Review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Starting lineups posted. Tigers, Cajuns. First pitch here about 25 minutes away. By the way, the game tonight, if you're in Baton Rouge and looking for it on radio, it's on 100.7 FM, The Tiger. So Matt McMahon show tonight on Eagle 98.1. So again, affiliates of the LSU Sports Radio Network all over the state. But if you're in Baton Rouge, our sister station, the baseball game will be on 100.7 The Tiger. So starting lineups posted. Gavin Guidry will get the ball for the Tigers, as we mentioned. Like this a lot. I'm curious to see how much they let him extend. He threw 50 pitches on Friday in a relief role and was outstanding. So there's still a lot of guys that I'm certain they'd like to get work here before they host Sacramento State. But so Gavin Guidry will get the ball, and they'll line it up like this. Curiel's back in the leadoff spot, and he's in center, as you'd imagine. Brown will bat second. He's in right. Tanner Reeves will DH and bat third. I'll come back to that in a second. York's back at first base. I guess the John Pearson first base experiment's over. Fair to say? Maybe. What you think, Muse? John Pearson?
I think that's fair to say.
Has that gone the way of Jared Jones at third base?
Not Jared. Forgot about Jared Jones at third base.
How did you forget about Jones at third base?
Because it was in a midweek game.
Wait.
And
don't you dare try to suggest.
He had some rather pretty large moments later in the season.
Don't you dare try to suggest, Muse, that midweek games don't matter. Don't you do it. They're coming after you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so York's back at first, and he's batting cleanup. Milam and Aaron Beatty in the 5 and 6 hold, in the bottom third of the order. Dardar's back at second base. Daniel Harden in left, batting eighth. Clearly Jay Johnson, huge AFR fan. And then Carraway will play third and bat ninth. So Curiel, Brown, Reeves, York, Milam, Arambidi, Dardar, Harden, Caraway. That's how they'll line it up tonight. So I love giving the start to Daniel Harden. We've talked about it. And I want to be very clear again. When Chris Stanfield comes back, he is your starting left fielder and batting leadoff. Okay? We can have some discussion if you'd rather see Curiel in the leadoff spot. I don't think that'll be like written in Sharpie every day. Jay likes to fluctuate the lineup, and that's fine if he wants to go lefty-righty matchups, however it could be. I like Curiel in the two-hole because you're going to see more fastballs. You're trying to get him going, put him in the two-hole. We can have that conversation. But when Stanfield's back, he's your left fielder. That's not even a question, okay? I'll reiterate what I've said for 2 weeks now. Tanner Reeves and Braden Simpson are not outfielders. That's an objective truth. They're both infielders. That you're trying to get their bats in the lineup, so you're putting them in the outfield while Stanfield is injured. And I sort of understand that. Jay prioritizes offense. Okay. That's okay. So long as it's not a detriment, the defense isn't a detriment to your team. At times that's been the case, but they're still winning games. What's harder to justify with Reeves is he quite literally has the worst batting average on the team. Not just among the regulars. Like he's batting .238, which is literally dead last. I don't get it. Jay Johnson has guys that he likes. I don't mean to say he plays favorites like it's a bad thing, but like, look, I mean, we talked about it. Y'all know I talked about it all last year with Josh Pearson, and Pearson was a really good program guy and had a role on the team. Jake Brown is a big leaguer. And you're seeing it now. This is something yelled about all last year. It was nonsensical not having Jake Brown in the lineup every day. I get it. I understand Pearson, and he had some huge moments for this program. Jake Brown's a big leaguer. There's a reason Stephen Milam's in the lineup every day. There's a reason Derek Curiel's in the lineup every day. Jake Brown should have been in the lineup every day. But Jay had a program guy in Pearson who he wanted to reward and give him time at ABs, and Pearson at times had big moments and rewarded that trust. Tanner Reeves hasn't done that. I'd say he won't if given the opportunity, but he's batting .238. Like, if you're looking for a DH, Braden Simpson's hitting .353. Let Braden Simpson DH. I mean, I'd kind of like to see Omar Cerna. He looks like a defensive end. Let Paul Bunyan go into the box a few times and take some cuts. Maybe it's probably a situation where he just wants the left-handed bat in the lineup with Reeves, which is what, I get it. Okay. In any event. That one don't make a lot of sense to me. But I love giving Harden the start. I hope Harden doesn't have an 0-for-4 game with 2 strikeouts and everyone's like, why you start? It's baseball. It's his first start. It's on the road. Tough environment. I hope he goes out there and plays really well tonight. I think we all want that. Good opportunity there. But mostly what I would love to see from the Tigers tonight is go play a clean game. I mean, Monday was just, and I get it's an outlier, but it was hideous, y'all. I mean, they kicked 4 balls. You had the awful play by Pearson at first where he ranged in front of Dardar and Williams in the second when Williams wasn't covering the bag or got over there late. Brown kicked one in the outfield. You had wild pitches. It was just hideous all the way around. Like, just go play a clean game, and maybe you win, maybe you lose. I don't know what will happen in the result, but I'd love to see Guidry maybe go get you 9 outs if that's what they want from him. Be efficient, get off to a good start, and take some good ABs and see if you can go win a ball game tonight. So, Tigers and Cajuns from the Teague tonight over in Lafayette. And they're getting started here in about 19 minutes from right now. We're brought to you by Relief Windows, reliefwindows.com, windows, door siding. Oh, yeah, they do shutters too. Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Energy efficient replacement windows, beautiful entry doors, hardy plank, vinyl siding, shutters, and now roll down shades, roller shades, indoor roller shades as well. Great way to sort of control the lighting in your home or indoor space. If you're trying to sleep and the sun comes up and your room gets really bright, those roller shades are a great way to sort of control that at nighttime as well. Great way for privacy. And you want to put them down during the day, keep some of the sun from beating in on the house and affecting maybe your energy bills. I'm telling you, Relief Windows, beautiful options. Check them out, reliefwindows.com, or go see them at their showroom on Airline Highway in Prairieville. If you're going south on Airline, you cross Highway 42, about a quarter mile on the right. You can't miss them. It's Relief Windows. Reliefwindows.com. Windows, door siding, they do shutters too. Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Okay, y'all, it is After Further Review. Glad to have you hanging out with us here. Muse, you got a thought on the lineup tonight? I know we probably agree on giving Harden a start there. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was the first time you and I talked about it was off air, was after the Kent State game. It was like, man, if you're going to be without Stanfield for a little bit, I mean, Harden made a lot of noise in the fall and in the preseason, especially. Let's give him a look out there. So I love that. I really like Guidry getting the start, man. I mean, Jay, you look at these last couple of midweek games, that second inning has given them problems, and it started on the mound both times. He's looking to nip that in the bud, I do believe, giving Guidry the start here. And I like that. I mean,
how long do you think he'll go?
I think probably 30 to 40 pitches, which, I mean, if Guidry's rolling,
out of that,
you could get 3 innings if that's the case. And then, man, I want to see Devin Sheeran in this atmosphere. I want to see those guys get to, because this is the closest thing you're going to see to an SEC atmosphere until you get to conference play.
The one thing I'll say, if they do let Guidry go a little, and I don't think he's going to, I don't think they let him extend. But if you like what we saw Friday with Evans Guidry, you let him throw 40, 50 pitches tonight, he ain't throwing Friday.
Right.
So that's the one thing where I go, maybe it's just, hey, just go get the first 3 outs, push off from the dock, and then hand the ball to whoever's next. I mean, unless they want to give Sheeran a shot to close Friday if they have the opportunity against Sacramento State, just flip it. Go Evan Sheeran. It's a fun part about this time of year, though. You get to taste, you get to sample, you get to experiment and see how things look. I'll be curious. I really liked Evans Guidry on Friday. And it worked. I like that a lot.
Something tells me that's going to work more often than not. It's a different look, man. It's such a different look between those two guys. So I'm with you. And you're right. It's a fun time of the year, and it's even more fun when you have as many options as they do. Like, the depth has been on display from the moment they threw the first pitch.
Jared Jones at third base?
Sure, why not?
No, listen. Will Helmer's at third base?
Yeah, why not? Let's alert the Pittsburgh Pirates that they should try Jared Jones at third base in the minor league season this year. What game was that even? I don't even remember what game that was.
Who cares? If ever I don't need to start the whole conversation, but if ever there was evidence that it just doesn't matter.
It's just one of those things you can look back on a year later and laugh about. There you go.
I laughed about it then.
Yeah.
I bet if you go pull clips from whatever game that was, if anyone cares to find it, I bet we were laughing about it the next day. God bless. What did he commit? 3 errors?
I don't know. It was tough.
It was bad.
Big moments later in the year, though.
Ball's going to find you.
Yeah, it will.
It's After Further Review. All right. Final break. Auto Locks next.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery, 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area, Seagan near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Buy local, shop local. Tell them Matt sent you in when you go see our friends at Clegg's Nursery. Y'all, I mean, excuse me. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Spring's here, man. We got azaleas at the front of our neighborhood. Them suckers already blooming. I'm fired up for it. So get by any of the Clegg's Nursery locations. Hopefully that final cold snap, not going to happen this year. We're into March. I'm speaking it into existence. No ice box this year. You've already experienced the coldest game at the box. You like that, Muse? I know. Muse getting half his face sunburned for the rest of the year. That's what it's all about. So just plant something at Clegg's Nursery. Any of the 4 locations, they'll help you with whatever you need. Buy local, shop local. Tell them Matt sent you in to Clegg's Nursery.
After Further Review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Lowest prices, never any contracts. YourGoodwood.com. YourGoodwood.com. All right, one thing left to do. Find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Well, that's more like it. Otter on a heater last night. 87 bets, and we won all of them. What happened to our music? Where's Otter? Where's our music? There it is. Otter, how are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. So, very good one. We like the card. Now, we gave out 8 yesterday. We've given out 6 tonight.
Okay.
Let's start in the SEC. Only SEC games tonight. Arkansas at home. Well, the splits traditionally have been extreme for Arkansas home and away. They get a great home court advantage. It's not that much different this year for Calipari. They're coming off of that embarrassing loss after ESPN's Game Day in Gainesville. That's not an embarrassment. Take Arkansas minus 6.5 against Texas. Texas comfortably in the tournament now after their win in College Station. They're excited about that. Give us the Hogs minus 6.5 in a bounce-back spot there. In the Big Ten, 2 teams coming off of big wins. Penn State upset Iowa. In Ohio State on Sunday blew out Purdue. So now they go to Happy Valley. We're going to take the Nittany Lions here to stay close again to the Buckeyes. Penn State plus 6.5. Also in the Big Ten, Northwestern catching 11.5 at home. They have quietly won 3 in a row. So give us the Wildcats, the Purple Cats, plus the 11.5 in that one. The ACC, yes, Stanford's in the ACC. They're going to South Bend to take on Notre Dame. Notre Dame won in overtime on Saturday against Willie Wade's NC State Wolfpack. I don't think it's happening tonight. Give us Stanford minus the 1.5. And staying in the ACC, SMU is at home tonight. We're going to take the Ponies minus the 1.5. And then a team that's on the uprise in the Big East. They are 4th place behind Villanova, St. John's, and UConn. That's it. DePaul is ahead of Marquette, Xavier, Butler, Providence, Georgetown, all those teams catching points at home plus 2.5. Take the Blue Demons plus the 2.5.
All right, so adding DePaul and SMU to what was over on the website already. Arizona, Penn State, Northwestern, Stanford. Arizona, Penn State, Northwestern, Stanford, then adding SMU.
No, Arkansas.
What did I say?
Not Arizona.
Oh, sorry, Arkansas. My bad.
Arizona.
So Arkansas, Penn State, Northwestern, Stanford, adding SMU and DePaul. Get it all up there at the website at louisianasports.net. Where are you tomorrow?
We're at Dick's House of Sport in the Mall, Louisiana.
Cool. Awesome spot. Are you on the first floor or the second floor?
We are on the first floor.
You couldn't remember if you got on an elevator or not?
Well, they put us in different spots.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying so people know if they're going to look for you, they'll find you. Okay, they're on the first floor to bottom. All right.
It's impressive, man.
It's amazing. It's an awesome spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Tons of apparel. They get all the brands. I mean, just so much stuff, man. It's impressive. Come by and see us.
Get by and see Jimmy and Charlie tomorrow at Dick's House of Sport. Thank you, Otter.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, man. All right, we're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. Jimmy's a Williamson Eye Center patient, as am I. Jimmy had the custom lens replacement. I had LASIK, actually not far apart from one another. But the bottom line is it doesn't matter if you're a strapping, handsome young lad like me needing LASIK, tongue firmly planted in cheek. Or if you're an old guy like Otter, who's blind and needs a flashlight to see the menu at a dark restaurant. Which actually was the case, as he and I were at Bistro Nico years ago in Atlanta at SEC Media Days. And I just laughed at him hilariously. But also just because Jimmy's great. And that was also when he had his ACL surgery, so he was on crutches. And I drove us to Atlanta, he and I. No, that wasn't the Atlanta one. That was when we were in Birmingham. But anyway, he was like dancing to techno music and like hitting his crutch against the roof of the vehicle. It was hilarious. Yeah, love the Otter. Anyway, you know what I love more than the Otter? Being able to see. And Dr. Blake Williamson gave both Jimmy and me that gift. Do the same for you. It's the Williamson Eye Center. 924-2020, 924-2020, 924-2020, or williamsoneye.com. All right, y'all, we're just about to get out of here. LSU and ULL in baseball, that's getting cranked up here in about 5 minutes from right now. You can listen to it on the LSU Sports Radio Network in Baton Rouge. It's 100.7 The Tiger. If you're interested in it, you can listen to it there. I think it's streaming. The game's streaming tonight as well, so you can check that out. We're just about to get on down the road, so thanks for hanging out with us here on the show. If you missed anything, AFR On Demand, presented by Breck Golf. So book your tee time at golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org. We'll be back tomorrow. Looking forward to having, we'll recap the baseball game. We'll have Kendall Rogers here as well. Lots of other good stuff. Muse Pauly, thanks. Y'all have an awesome night. Get out of here, watch some baseball, and we'll see you tomorrow at 3 on AFR.
AFR.
Well, Lane Kiffin posted a photo on his Twitter at an LSU baseball game. Well, actually, it wasn't Lane Kiffin. It was some other guy. It was Garland who posted a photo of Lane Kiffin with a Supper Club hat on. And so then I quote tweeted that photo and said, not going to lie, Supper Club hat is fire, and I want one. How can we make this happen? And I tagged Brandon Landry in that. Well, then Lane Kiffin saw my tweet and said, I got you, at Matt Moscona, with a tiger emoji and a purple heart emoji. How about that? Lane Kiffin gave me a purple heart emoji. But what I really want, more than Lane Kiffin to tweet me a purple heart emoji, is that Supper Club hat. And what I really want, really want even more than that Supper Club hat, is to go to Supper Club and have the veal parm, a glass of wine, probably some butter cake, and the best night of my life. SupperClubBTR.com.